What's this? My face on binging the backlog? Why, yes, because I have something to say. Blizzard, it's time to remake Rock and Roll Racing, one of the greatest games of the 16-bit era. A full-throttle, laser-blasting, guitar-screaming demolition of Ishin Derby soaked in pure, unfiltered awesome. And that was... and what has Blizzard done with it since? Absolutely nothing. Blizzard has become that aging rock star who used to shred the stage but now sits around auto-tuning pop ballads and pretending they don't remember the glory days. You gave us Rock and Roll Racing, a game with voiceovers, dynamic soundtracks, destructible cars, and more personality than half your modern catalog combined, and you've just abandoned it. You're Blizzard. You literally sit on piles of cash high enough to block out the sun. You could fund a remake in your sleep, but instead of resurrecting this cult classic for a new generation, maybe with online multiplayer, new tracks, licensed music, car customization, and a proper story mode, you just let it rot in your vault like it's radioactive or cursed. And don't give me that "we released it in the Blizzard Arcade Collection" excuse. That was a crumb, a charity handout, a glorified emulation. What fans want is a full-blown, nitro-injected remake. We want guitars wailing from Dolby speakers. We want pixel-perfect chaos with modern graphics. We want a new racer roster, boss fights, and for crying out loud, cross-platform carnage. If you can pump out sequel after sequel of sanitized, hyper-polished, esports-ready games, then surely you can take a risk on something fun, brutal, and loud. The world needs rock and roll racing now more than ever. It's 2025. Games are turning into spreadsheets, loot boxes, and microtransactions have replaced raw, unapologetic adrenaline. People are begging for a reason to fall back in love with gaming, and this was your love letter to chaos. So what's the holdup? Legal rights to the music? Fine, replace it. There's a million metal bands dying to license their stuff to you. Too niche? That's what everyone said about Diablo before it became a genre-defining beast. No devs available? Hire some fans. They've already built spiritual successors that outshine AAA racers. Or just say it. Be honest, you've become too corporate, too soft, too scared of the beautiful, oil-slick madness that made you great in the first place. Until then, rock and roll racing remains the loudest, angriest ghost in your closet, and it's revving its engine. Binging the backlog.